Let's go down.
which is sad.
Do you want to read the personal life?
Personal life, alright. Carpenter had a complicated relationship with their parents. They had hope that Richard's musical career, musical talents would be recognised and that he would enter the music business, but were not prepared for current success. She continued to live with them until 1974. 1976, Carpenter bought 2 Century City apartments that she combined into one. The doorbell chimed the opening notes of "We've Only Just Begun." Wow!
How amazing is that, mate?
Sick.
How amazing is that?
Wow! So when your doorbell
So she gets an apartment of like, what was it? It was like,
I think
it was 2, but she combined it in one.
Yeah, I made a doorbell and said,
Well, imagine pressing the bell and it's saying here,
we've only just begun.
Hey, isn't that great, lad? Why wouldn't you though, lad?
Yeah, that was a successful official single, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So she collected Disney memorabilia. Yeah, I liked to play softball and baseball. Growing up, she had played baseball with other children on the street. She was picked before her brother for games. She studied baseball statistics
Carefully and
became a fan of New York Yankees. In the early 1970s, she would become a pitcher on a celebrity all-star softball team. Petula Clark, Olivia Newton-John, and Dionne Warwick were her close friends. While she was enjoying success as a female drummer in what was primarily was like English
primarily an all-male
occupation. Carpenter was not supportive of the women's liberation movement, saying she believed a wife should cook for her husband, and that when she married, this was that she planned to do. Or when she got married, she wanted to be a housewife basically and cooking that. In the early interviews, Carpenter showed no interest in marriage or dating, believing that relationship would not survive. Consistent touring, adding, as long as we are on the road most of the time, I will never marry. In 1976, she had a music business made it.
She said the music business made it hard to meet people,
and that she refused just to marry someone to the sake of it. Carpenter admitted Olivia Newton-John that she longed for a happy marriage and family. She later dated several notable men, including Mike Kerr, Tony Danza, Terry Ellis, Mark Harmon, Steve Martin. Is Steve Martin that guy?
Don't know.
That film actor with white hair?
Don't know.
I think it
There
is.
could be a lot of actors with white hair. Do you know what I mean?
He does films anyway. Forgot his film's called. And Alan Osmond, after
Worldwide.
Not worldwide.
Yeah, whale. The way you say whale, not whaled, whale.
Worldwide romance, the married real estate developer Thomas James Bourse on August 31st, 1980 in the Crystal Room, Beverly Hills Hotel. Bourse divorced with an 18-year-old son. Oh, she had an 18-year-old son.
Boris.
Yeah. Was 9 years her senior. A new song performed at the ceremony because of We Are in Love. We released in 1981. The couple settled in Newport Beach. Carpenter desperately wanted children, but Bourse had undergone
vasectomy.
Yeah, and refused to get
and
refused to get an operation to reverse it. Their marriage did not survive the disagreements and ended after 14 months. Bourse was living beyond his means, borrowing up to $50,000, equivalent to $141,000 in 2019.
Wow.
At the time, from this wife to the point where reportedly she had only stocks, the bonds left. Carpenter friends also indicated he was abusive towards her. What the hell?
Wow.
Often being impatient, they stated, reminded
remained
Remained-
fearful when he
remained
would
fearful.
occasionally lose his temper.
Karen Coleman, a close friend, recounted the incident in which she and Carpenter went to their normal hangout, hamburger, Hamlet, and Carpenter appeared to distance emotionally, sitting not at the regular table but the dark, wearing a large dark sunglasses, unable to eat and crying. According to Coleman, the marriage was the straw that broke the camel's back. It was absolutely the worst thing that could have ever happened to her. In September 1981, Carpenter revised her will and left him material home, and it contained Boyer's, but left everything else. Her brother and parents, including her fortune, estimated at $5.10 million.
No, $5 to $10 million.
Sorry, $5 to $10 million. Between 14 mil and 28 million in 2019. 2 months later, following arguments after a family dinner in the restaurant, Carpenter and Beers broke up. Carpenter filed for a divorce on October 28th, 1982, while she was in Lenox Hill Hospital. Wow.
Wow, look how much the money is worth.
Wow. It just doubled, basically, didn't it?
Triple, mate.
Wow.
Double, triple. Kidding. So, the illness and death. So, Carpenter began dieting while in high school. Under a doctor's guidance, she began the Stillman diet, of water a day and avoiding fatty foods. She reduced her weight to 120 pounds, 54 kg, 8 stones, 8 pounds, and stayed approximately at that weight until around 1973, when the Carpenter's career reached its peak. The year she saw a concert photo of herself in which her outfit made her appear heavy. She hired a personal trainer who advised her to change her diet. The new diet caused her to build muscle, which made her feel heavier instead of slimmer. Carpenter fired the trainer and began her own weight loss program using exercise equipment and counting calories. She lost about 20 pounds, 9 kg, and intended to lose another 5 pounds. Her eating habits also changed around the time she would try to remove food from her plate by offering taste to others with whom she was dining. Wow, that's the way it starts happening
off, yeah.
To, you know, like having eating disorder and that serious. By September 1975, Carpenter weighed 91 pounds, 41 kg, 6 stones, 7 pounds.
So you basically lost 2 stones?
A live performance, fans have reacted with gasps to her gaunt appearance, and many wrote to the pair to inquire that what's wrong. She refused to declare publicly that she was in ill health. On her 1981 nationwide appearance, she simply said she was pooped. Richard later stated that he and his parents did not know how to help Karen. In 1981, she told Richard that there was a problem and that she needed help with it. Carpenter spoke with Cherry Bone, who had recovered from anorexia, and contacted Bone doctor for help. She was hoping to find a quick situation to her problem, as she had performing and recording obligations, but the doctor told her treatments could take from 1 to 3 years. Whoa. She then chose to be treated in New York City by Stephen Levenkron. By late 1981, Carpenter was using thyroid replacement medication, which she obtained using the name of Karen Boris. It increased her metabolism. She used the medication in conjunction with increased consumption of the laxative, up to 80 to 90 tablets per night. That's crazy. Upon which she had long relied, which caused food to pass quickly through her digestive tract. Despite Levenkron treatments, including confiscation of medications that Karen had misused, her condition continued to deteriorate, and she lost more weight. Carpenter told Levenkron that she felt dizzy and that her heart was beating irregularly. Finally, in September 1982, she was admitted to Lenox Hill Hospital in New York, where she was placed in
Intravenous's potential nutrition.
Yeah, where they're helping with the food and the nutrition. The procedure was successful, and she gained some weight in relatively short time, but this put a strain on her heart, which was already weak for years of improper diet. She maintained a relatively stable weight for the rest of her life. Carpenter returned to California in November 1982, determined to reinvigorate her career, finalised a divorce, and began a new album with Richard. On December 17, 1982, she gave her last singing performance in the multi-purpose room of the Buckley School in Sherman Oaks, California, singing Christmas carols for her godchildren, their classmates and other friends. On January 11, 1983, she made her last public appearance at a gathering of past Grammy Award winnings who were commemorating the award show's 25th anniversary. She seemed somewhat frail and worn out, but according to Dionne Warwick was vibrant and outgoing, exclaiming, "Look at me, I've got an ass." She had also begun to write songs after returning to California and told Warwick that she had a lot of living left to do. On February the 1st, 1983, Carpenter saw her brother for the last time and discussed new plans for the Carpenters and resuming touring. A few days later, on February the 4th, Carpenter was scheduled to sign final papers making her divorce official. Shortly after waking up on that day, she collapsed in her bedroom at her parents' home in Downey. Paramedics found her heart beating once every 10 seconds. Wow, she was pronounced dead at Downey Community Hospital at 9:51 a.m. Carpenter Funeral was held February the 8th, 1983 at the Downey United Methodist Church. Approximately 1,000 mourners attended, including her friends Dorothy Hamill, Olivia Newton, John Petrulla, Clark, and Dionne Warwick. Her estranged husband Thomas Burris also attended and tossed his wedding ring into a casket. Carpenter was buried at the Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Cypress, California. In 2003, her body was removed in order to be placed with her parents in a at the Pierce Brothers Valley Oaks Memorial Park in Westlake Village, California. An autopsy released on March 11, 1983 ruled out drug overdose. What they're saying, they ruled it out, it went on drugs overdose, attributing death to intermittent cardiac toxicity due to or as consequence of anorexia nervosa. Carpenter was discovered to have had blood sugar level of 1,110
milligrams per deciliter,
more than 10 times the average.
Wow.
2 years later, the coroner told colleagues that Carpenter's heart failure was caused by repeated use of ipecac syrup and over-the-counter emetic, often used to induce vomiting in case of overdosing or poisoning. This was disputed by Levenkron, what's his name? Levenkron, who said that he had never known her to use ipecac. I don't even know.
Okay.
And that he had not seen evidence that she had been vomiting. Carpenter's friend were convinced that she had abused laxatives and steroids medication to maintain her low body weight, and thought this had started after their marriage began to crumble.
Wow.
Crazy, mate, isn't it?
Sly, man.
It's really sad, like, what she's been through.
Sly.
So that's just like, do you know, like, about her story of her life, do you know what I mean, that we didn't know much of, and for the ones who's watching who didn't know much of Karen Carpenter's life, and about her personal and life and towards her death. Do you know what I mean? It's sad. There's a picture of a Walk of Fame, Hollywood Walk of Fame, but she's been through loads, mate.
It's sad as well.
Do you want to read the legacy before we finish?
Whatever.
Go on, just read the legacy before we finish.
Legacy. Carpenter's singing has attracted critical praise and influenced several significant musicians and singers, including Madonna, Sheryl Crow, Pat Metheny, Sonic Youth, Kim Gordon, Shania
Twain,
and Natalie that's that thing. Remember it?
Yeah,
You Torn and K.D. Long. Paul McCartney, our Paul, has said that she had the best female voice in the world, melodic, tuneful, and distinctive. She has been called one of the greatest voice of all time by Elton John. Her drumming has been praised by fellow musician Hal Blaine, Chubby O'Brien, Cubby, Buddy Rich, by Modern Drumming magazine. In 1975, she was voted the best rock drummer in poll of Playboy readers, beating Led Zeppelin and John Bonham. On October 12, 1983, shortly after her death, the Carpenters received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. They deserve it. In 1999, VH1 ranked Carpenter at number 29 at the list of 100 greatest women rock and roll. In 2010, Rolling Stone ranked Carpenter 94. I don't get Rolling Stone is like Vogue on the list of the 100 greatest singers of all time, calling her voice impossible, lush, and almost shockingly intimate. I think even sappist songs sound like she was staring directly into your eyes. Carpenter's death brought media attention. Conditions such as anorexia nervous and condition that not been widely known beforehand. Her family stated Karen A. Carpenter Memorial Foundation was raised money research on anorexia nervous and other eating disorder. Carpenter is known for fans' lead sister, the organist from the
This originated from a mispronunciation of the lead singer by a Japanese journalist in 1974, and she later wore a t-shirt with the nickname during live shows. Wow. We hope you all learned something new, because we did, you know what I mean? What a legacy Karen had, what a career, and you know what a struggle in life she had as well.
Yeah, it's so sad, like reading up on it. You know, like my heart goes out to all the Carpenter family.
Rest in peace, Karen Carpenter. You know what? It's so
one more thing, I can't believe it. They moved their coffin in 2003.
Because they want to put it with their.
No, I know, but I'm shocked. Like they can do that. You know what I mean?
They can do that. Certain people might be able to. Do you know what I mean? Because
she got buried in 1983.
It's crazy, mate. We hope you enjoyed this, guys. Because you know what, we had a good time, reading and getting to know a lot about Karen that we didn't know. And sorry for the mispronunciations and the reading a little bit. You know what I mean? We're new to this. We just need to get a hand of this and all that. And you know what, we'll get better at it. So we hope you enjoyed. Until next time.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's fake.